Hello viewers, welcome to My India, a show that brings the latest updates about India's rich culture, ethnic diversity and growing economy. I'm your host Paras Bisht. A temple dedicated to goddess Kamakhya is located in Garo Hills of India's eastern state of Meghalaya. Though it's not as popular as the one in Guwahati, the temple, with its historical significance, attracts many religious tourists from around the country. Here's a report.
With the onset of monsoon, the landscape of Assam is painted with lush greenery and freshness. As the farmers start preparation for sowing, it indicates the arrival of Ambubachi Mela, a festival to be celebrated at Kamakhya Temple in Guwahati. The temple authorities have made elaborate arrangements for ensuring smooth observance of the holy occasion that attracts lakhs of visitors every year. Lakhs of devotees from across the country and abroad are expected to throng the Kamakhya temple and offer their prayers. Food and accommodation arrangements are also well taken care of for smooth conduct of the event.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है दर्शन देख बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है बहुत बढ़िया है हाँ हमें पता चला मेला शुरू हो रहा है और काफ़ी अच्छा अरेंजमेंट है दे आर डूइंग इट वेल
Two camps with a capacity to accommodate 10,000 devotees has already been set up at Naharbari and Bangshi Bagan area. The authorities have also made arrangements for decking up the temple for the festivities. Also, security has been beefed up on the temple premises. The temple administration has also made arrangements for installation of CCTV cameras.
आसाराम में जो साधु लोग रहेगा इन लोग उधर में रहेगा जो नागा साधु का है ये है इन लोग का व्यवस्था है और हम लोग का तो कैंप भी है गवर्नमेंट भी हम लोग का यथेष्ट ये किया है सहाय और उन लोग भी देखभाल कर रहा है इसी के वास्ते ये मेला अभी स्प्रेड हो रहा है सारे ओर में तो इसका जो ये है महत्व ये बढ़ रहा है कामाख्या का ये बहुत अच्छा ये है माँ का दर्शन माँ का मिलने के लिए माँ का आशीर्वाद मिलने के लिए आदमी आ जाता है हर ओर से
The Ambubachi Mela will be held between June 22nd to June 25th. No darshan will be allowed to devotees from 22nd June till 25. The Nribritti is scheduled on June 25th, but the temple will remain closed for devotees on this day as well. The temple door will be open for devotees around 7 am on June 26. The devotees can pay obeisance to the deity Kamakhya on that very day.
India is a land of spirituality, where people of different faiths respect each other's beliefs. Recently, Urs of Sufi Saint Hazrat Nizamuddin Kianvi was observed in Gandarbal district of Jammu and Kashmir with much fervor. Have a look.
Hundreds of devotees thronged the mountainous district of Gandarbal to participate in the Urs of Sufi Saint Hazrat Baba Nizamuddin Kianvi. The 124th Urs of the famous Sufi saint was observed with great zeal by the people from different walks of life. The saint had dedicated his life to spreading the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Four things support the world: the learning of the wise, the justice of the great, the prayers of the good, and the valor of the brave. Prophet Muhammad.
यहाँ शरीयत जो है उसकी पाबंदी है मेरे दादा साहब थे मेरे वालिद हैं तो पूरी तरीके से इन्होंने कोशिश की है ये लोगों को बताने के लिए और ख़ुद भी शरीयत की पाबंदी जो है वो सिखाई है और इस्लाम की जो सही तस्वीर है हमारे मज़हब की क्योंकि हमारे मज़हब का कोई जवाब नहीं है तो कोशिश की है कि उसकी सही तस्वीर लोगों तक पहुंचाई जाए और ख़ास तौर पे उन लोगों तक जो जिनकी अकीदत इस ज़ियारत शरीफ से है
मेरी जब से भी जन्म लिया मैंने उससे पहले भी मेरी जितनी भी जनरेशन आई हैं वो यहाँ ही से फैज़याब हुई हैं और हर ख्वाहिशात कोई भी जैसे कि मेरे घर में बहुत बेरोज़गारी थी। तो मेरे घर में जितने भी लोग एम्प्लॉयड हुए हैं इसी दरबार की बदौलत हुए हैं। और आज तक भी मतलब जितने भी, या सिर्फ मैं अपनी घर की बात नहीं कर रहा, लेकिन पूरी दुनिया के अंदर जहाँ से भी कोई भी अपनी ख्वाहिशात वहाँ से मांगता है और अल्लाह ताला इन वालियों के बदौलत उसे पूरी करते हैं। तो मेरी भी यही ख्वाहिशात है कि मेरी आने वाली जितनी भी जनरेशनें हैं और जितनी भी नस्लें हैं वो क़यामत तक इसी घर के साथ मिली जुली रहें।
Ganderbal, a district located 21 kilometers from Srinagar city, is spread across the Sindh River. Its population is a mix of Hindus and Muslims. The region is an epitome of communal harmony, where people of all faiths have coexisted in peace and unity since decades. Besides paying obeisance at the Dargah of Hazrat Baba Nizamuddin Kianvi, the devotees also took part in night-long Shab Khawani and Darud Askar gatherings held during the two-day Urs celebrations.
ये मैसेज था कि आपस में जो है वो भाईचारा रखना, मतलब, और सबसे बड़ी इनका ये था कि अल्लाह ताला का सबसे बड़ा जो बात है, जो सवाल है, वो मतलब मौत के बाद ये पूछेंगे कि तुम्हारा पड़ोसी जो है तुमने उसके साथ कैसा मतलब बर्ताव किया, उसके साथ कैसा आपका मतलब सलझाव था, बैठन उठन था, मतलब। तो इनका ये फरमान था कि हमारे दरबार में जो भी कोई आएगा, मतलब चाहे वो हिंदू है, चाहे वो सिख है, चाहे वो मुसलमान है, वो एक ही बर्तन में खाना खाएंगे। और इस वक्त तक वो रस्म जो है बराबर इसी वक्त तक चलती। और इनका ये मैसेज था कि आपस में हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख अताद को कायम रखना, इस भाईचारे को कायम जब रखोगे तो आपका कश्मीर जो है ये मतलब फलता और फूलता रहेगा और यहाँ के लोग जो हैं ये तरक्की करते रहेंगे।
A community meal is served to the devotees on the occasion. As Urs culminates, people return to their respective places with the belief that the Sufi saint will shower his blessings on them throughout the year.
Growth and economic development is the buzzword in India. Let's take a quick look at some development news from the country.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi says trust deficit between taxpayers and tax administrators needs to be reduced. PM Modi, along with Finance Minister Arun Jaitley and Junior Finance Minister Jayant Sinha, held an interaction with tax administrators in New Delhi on June 16. Top brass of the two revenue collection bodies of the government, Central Board of Direct Taxes and Central Board of Excise and Customs, were part of the conference. Asserting that a diversified commercial engagement between India and Thailand would greatly benefit both the economies, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said ample avenues for manufacturing and investment exist between both nations, which can pave way for regional economic prosperity. Addressing a joint statement with his Thai counterpart Prayut Chan-ocha, Prime Minister Modi said trade and commerce flows are an important lifeline of the interdependent world and raised the pitch for business stakeholders to take lead in tapping the emerging business opportunities in both countries. Prime Minister Modi also called for an early conclusion of a balanced comprehensive economic and partnership agreement and dubbed it as a shared priority between India and Thailand.
The Government of India makes it easier for the country's airlines to fly abroad as part of the first set of comprehensive rules governing civil aviation, which are designed to boost air travel and economic growth. Also, a cap has been fixed at Rs 2,500 for hour-long travel, among other such reforms. Here is a report. The civil aviation industry has ushered in a new era of expansion driven by factors such as low-cost carriers, modern airports, FDI in domestic airlines, advanced information technology interventions, and growing emphasis on regional connectivity. India is the 9th largest civil aviation market in the world, with a market size of around $16 billion. The world is focused on Indian aviation, from manufacturers, tourism boards, airlines, and global businesses to individual travelers, shippers, and businessmen. If we can find common person among all stakeholders in Indian aviation, a bright future is at hand. Tony Tyler. In a big push to its reform agenda, the government approved the country's first national civil aviation policy for increasing air connectivity, allowing new domestic airlines to fly abroad quickly and opening up the skies for European and SAARC countries.
I think it will be a game changer. The vision of the Honorable Prime Minister to provide this air connectivity and this air services to the common man of this country. Now, this policy is after 67 years of independence, this policies are come, and I think it's a visionary document before this people of this country, where the middle class 35 crores people of this country will be able to enjoy the this air passengership, and this will increase the traffic in tourism also. This will ensure the growth of that area also.
India will have an open sky policy for countries beyond the 5,000 kilometer radius from Delhi on a reciprocal basis. Other highlights of the civil aviation policy include capping of fare Rs 1200 for 30 minutes and Rs 2500 for hour-long flights. A single window for all aviation-related transactions, complaints, etc. 2% levy on all air tickets to fund regional connectivity scheme and providing viability gap funding for airlines to encourage operations on regional routes. Restoration of airstrips at a maximum cost of Rs 50 crore through Airports Authority of India. Permission for Indian carriers to get into code-sharing agreement with foreign carriers for any destination within India. Scrapping of 5/20 rule that allows a carrier to fly abroad only if it has 20 aircraft and has flown domestic for 5 years.
A rule required that you cannot fly for 5 years. Now this is something which was now considered odd, because we wanted the airlines to start flying quickly so that there is greater competition, and that is why the revised rule says that all airlines can commence their international operations provided they have 20 aircraft.
The comprehensive rules governing civil aviation are designed to boost air travel and economic growth. The civil aviation policy has been in the making for years as a bid to make flying more affordable for the expanding middle class, to bolster competition and to get more of the country connected. India's aviation industry has a huge growth opportunities. With the right policies and relentless focus on quality, cost and passenger interest, India would well be placed to achieve its vision of becoming the largest aviation market by 2030. India is a land of diverse cultures and religion. There have been several occasions when people belonging to different religions came under the same roof in a show of harmony. One such instance was recently witnessed in Jammu and Kashmir, where the Sarv Dharm Sant Sammelan was held. Take a look.
The Silver Jubilee celebration of Sarv Dharm Ruhani Sant Sammelan recently took place in Ramban district of Jammu and Kashmir, where prominent Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims preached about spiritualism, brotherhood, coexistence, tolerance and respect for other religions.
दुनिया के अंदर आकर अच्छे काम करने चाहिए, इत्तेफाक और इत्तेहाद, रवादारी, प्यार, मोहब्बत का सबक देना चाहिए। वो देवी जी के इस महफिल में हमें मिलता है। लाई हयात आए, ले चली कज़ा चले, ना अपनी खुशी आए, ना अपनी खुशी चले। इंसान दुनिया के अंदर पैदा होता है, किसी की मर्जी से नहीं होता है, सिर्फ उसकी मर्जी से, भगवान की मर्जी से, अल्लाह की मर्जी से होता है। आई कज़ा, कज़ा होती है मौत, मौत आती है हम चाहते हैं। ना अपनी खुशी आए, ना अपनी खुशी चले, ना हम अपनी खुशी से यहाँ दुनिया में आए, ना ही अपनी खुशी से चले, ये सब उसी से होता है।
This Sammelan is organized every June by 108 Swami Bhuvaneshwari Devi in the memory of her Guru 1008 Swami Rameshwaranand Ji Maharaj. The 3-day ceremony included spiritual lessons by famous saints, Veda experts and religious preachers from various states of North India.
ऋग्वेद के 10 मंडल, उन 10 मंडलों में पहले मंडल के सूक्त नंबर 199 और मंत्र नंबर 3, जो कि एग्जैक्टली कुरान में है, कालो इला कलिमतिन सवाइम बैनना व बैनकुम, आओ इस बात की तरफ, आओ उस बात की तरफ जो हमारे और तुम्हारे दरमियान कॉमन है, come into the common terms. कि इसी से ये हमारा वाद विवाद खत्म हो जाएगा। हमारा मालिक एक है, वो एक ओंकार एक है, वो ओम नमः, उसी ओम की, उसी मालिक की, उसी ईश्वर का नमन करें। गीता के अध्याय नंबर 6 श्लोक नंबर 13 में है, संप्रेक्षम नासिका ग्रहम स्वयं दिशाशनो लोकायनम। श्री कृष्ण जी कहते हैं कि तुम स्वयं अपनी नासिका के अग्रभाग पर इस प्रकार दृष्टि जमाओ कि अन्य दिशा में ना देख सको। कहा ये शरीर रूपी मूर्ति एक दिन टूट जाएगी। तो अगर आप देखेंगे वही नमन, उसी को सामने रखते हुए नमाज की जाती है, नमन किया जाता है, झुका जाता है। और जो हमारी माताओं बहनों को लगता है वही हमें भी लगाना है। लेकिन डिफरेंसेस ये है कि हम जानते नहीं है। वेदों का जो सार है ब्रह्मसूत्र, एकम ब्रह्म द्वितीया नास्ते नेह ना नास्ते नेह ना नास्ते किंचन, कि ब्रह्म एक ही है, दूसरा नहीं है, नहीं है, नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी नहीं है। और अगर कुरान का सार किसी से पूछेंगे आप इसका कलमे तौहीद क्या है, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि उसका कलमे तौहीद है ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, कि नहीं है, नहीं है, नहीं है कोई सिवाय उस एक ईश्वर के, कोई भी पूजनीय नहीं है।
गुरु की रजा दे बिचरना
The spiritual conference sends out clear messages of brotherhood and communal harmony, thus encouraging saints and preachers from different religions to work for the benefit of the common masses, besides promoting secularism and understanding among people from different faiths.
Beverages form an integral part of Indian cuisine. Different regions in the country serve different drinks made with an eclectic assortment of ingredients including local spices, flavor and herbs. People of India are always excited to get a taste of a new drink, whether traditional or international. So today, let's take you to Japan, where plum drink and green tea is getting a global recognition.
India is recognized as a promising market in this sector. Following this culture, India's neighbors are also showing their interest in promoting their drinks. Similar example has been witnessed in Fukui Prefecture, also known as Dinosaur Kingdom in Japan, is also famous for its culinary delights. It was ranked number 1 in the happiness ladder of Japan in 2014 because of its food culture. Now All Nippon Airlines ANA has announced to introduce the food of Fukui Prefecture as per its project for promoting the charms of Japan.
全日空が持っております各種サービスがありますが、このサービスを通じまして福井県のですね、今回で言いますと魅力を発信していく、国内外に PR することができますので、特に外国のお客様にですね、お食事を食べていただきまして、ぜひ実際に福井県に足を運んでいただきたいと、こういうことを考えております。
As part of this project, ANA focused on the fact that Fukui is a home to plums and developed a drink using a new kind of fruit. This project is a result of collaboration with a producer in the Wakasa area in Fukui Prefecture. The product was named Roj Eclat, meaning glittering red, which came from the plum ingredients raised in Fukui.
紅差しという紅がですね、この口紅とか頬紅というところから名付けられた品種でもあるので、その紅という可愛らしさ、女性に魅力がある品種っていう部分でもその2点を強調してまとめ上げようという、高級感を出すためにバラですね、ローズのエキスを少し入れて風味を整えたり、あと甘味料で甘さ、通常はシンプルな梅のシロップを使うんですけども、蜂蜜も少し配合して、上品な口当たりの味わいに整えました。海外の皆さんにもこの梅の飲料を中心にご紹介していって、福井の PR に貢献したいなと思っております。
In Sado, tea ceremony, the host makes tea for the guests with the spirit of hospitality. In May, the harvest season begins at the foot of Mount Fuji in Shizuoka Prefecture. The harvest of tea is usually done by hands. However, nowadays many farmers are using machines.
無になれるじゃないけど、静かな気持ちでお茶を飲めるというか、心が静まるというか、そういう感じで落ち着けるところがお茶にはあるかなって思います。
There are many different types of teas in Shizuoka Prefecture, among which matcha is a special tea used in chado or tea ceremony. Tencha, the ingredient of matcha, is raised differently compared to other types of tea. Kyoto City produces tencha.
世界へ出ている宇治抹茶と言われるものはほとんどここの市場を通って、業者が入札し、京都の業者が、加工して臼でひいて世界の人たちが飲む宇治抹茶になっています。
Traders touch the tea leaves or test drink before they make the bead.
This week in our food section, we take you to every foodie's paradise, Lucknow City, to taste the famous tunde kebab, a special delicacy of the region.
Lucknow City, the land of the Nawabs and Avdi cuisine, is every food lover's delight. From kebabs, biryanis, tandoori chicken, and many more delicacies, each narrow alley takes you to a food heaven. Today, we explore the famous Tunde Kebabi. The first sign to the shop is not a board or shop display, just a throng of people. Tunde Kebab has an interesting history. Tunde means handicapped, and it got this name because the person who made them first was handicapped.
देखिए हमारे ग्रैंडफादर ने शुरू किया था 1905 में और उनका एक हाथ नहीं था, एक हाथ से कबाब बनाते थे वो, एक हाथ से सारे काम अंजाम देते थे, प्याज काटते थे एक हाथ से पतंग के शौकीन थे, पतंग भी उड़ाते थे। और ये हिस्ट्री ये है कि जब खाने दो जगह के मशहूर हुआ करते थे, एक लखनऊ दूसरे हैदराबाद। जब नवाब लोग बुढ़े होने लगे तो उन्होंने सोचा अब कौन सी डिशेज ऐसी तैयार की जाए जो हमारे अब दांत नहीं रहे कि गोश्त चबाया जाए या गोश्त उसको दांतों से फंस जाएगा बोटी, तो इसी वजह से कबाब को इजाद किया गया।
Over 100 spices go into the making of this royal kebab, and they ensure that you don't feel uneasy after having them. They literally melt in your mouth like ice cream and are best served with rumali roti. While the actual recipe for the kebab remains a trade secret, some of the ingredients that go into the mouth-watering dish include clarified butter, mutton, lemon juice, salt, egg, gram flour, onion, green cardamom, poppy seeds, papaya, ginger and garlic paste, cloves, nutmeg, black cardamom, Kashmiri mirch, coriander leaves. The kebabs are created into patties and fried in a shallow pool of oil. They are usually cooked on a large pan in large groups. Tourists come from far and near to eat the famous Tunde Kebab.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@anin.com. We will meet next week again with some latest news about India's diversity and its economy. Now, signing off with a glimpse at Guinness World Record from Hyderabad, where a man gives 79 hugs in 60 seconds.
3, 2, 1, start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.